Divergent thinking is a thought process used to generate creative ideas by exploring many possible solutions. It typically occurs in a spontaneous, free-flowing, non-linear manner, such that many ideas are generated in an emergent cognitive fashion. Many possible solutions are explored in a short amount of time, and unexpected connections are drawn. Welcome to Minds in Formation. What's up, gang? Rolling solo today, so just me. We're driving this car alone. I'm just sitting here waiting to see if we get nuked by hail or not. I don't know if you knew this, but Colorado Springs gets blasted by hail from time to time. I did not know that before I moved out here. I moved out here from North Carolina. Didn't really think too much of it. Then once you get here, you realize the weather is a little crazy. Not only will you get annihilated from hail here and there. Yeah, oh, by the way, it was so bad a couple of years ago. I think $17,000 worth of damage on one of my vehicles is insane. I mean, that's what we have insurance for, right? So that was nice. But you'll look around town and see vehicles that are they look like golf balls, right? Dents everywhere. It's kind of crazy. I imagine some folks, maybe they don't have the right insurance, or they just keep the money and they're like, fuck it, I'll just ride around with a dented car. Can't blame them. Depending on the situation, I might do the same thing. We were talking about it at work today, It's like, yeah, if one of my vehicles gets nuked, shoot, I'll just collect the payout and keep it moving. It's just an aesthetic at that point. And I use my vehicles up in the mountains, I got a couple of trucks, 4x4s, living in Colorado, and I use them for what they're made for. Spend a lot of time in the mountains, off-road, fishing, camping, all that kind of stuff. So they get a little beat up anyways. But yeah, weather can be crazy. When I first moved here, the very first summer, that's when I realized like this place is kind of wild. I think it snowed like 6 inches in June in 2021. No, 2020. Yeah, 6 inches of snow in early June. I was like, woke up. What the fuck? That same year, I think it was early September, just the temperature difference between 2 days is something I hadn't really experienced before. One day, it's like September 2nd or something like that. It's 90 something degrees, hot as balls. The next day, freezing, literally freezing, a high of like 28. It's crazy. You never know what this place is going to throw at you. So it's a little gray, a little stormy, waiting to see what happens. Trying to figure out if I need to go put my trucks underneath the trees. We shall see. Keep your fingers crossed. But yeah, man, just vibing lately. Doing a lot of World Cupping. You guys participating? You guys watching? It's cool, man. I wasn't ever really a big sports guy growing up. It wasn't something that my family prioritized, right? Dad watched a couple football games here and there, but it wasn't a big thing. We weren't going to sports games, and a lot of us didn't play sports either. It wasn't necessarily something that was strongly encouraged within the household, to our detriment, unfortunately. And I don't blame the family or the parents or anything, but looking back, I really wish I would have played more sports. They're good for you. Teamwork, discipline, fitness, all kinds of benefits, man. I think I learned a lot of that stuff a little bit later in life, being in the military. I'm like, oh yeah, being on a team is dope. Having that kind of camaraderie is really nice. It's beneficial. I think it's something that is really good for people. A lot of people naturally kind of desire. Builds a lot of good habits. So I slowly became a sports fan. And I give a lot of credit to my wife for that. She was a big volleyball player for pretty much her whole life. Still is. She's going to play games tonight. She's in a league. She's nasty too. Plays doubles, predominantly sand, but I think the tournament tonight is grass. But anyway, she's nasty. Played her whole life, went to college. She was indoor back in the day. Really good player, D2 level in college. Then she transitioned over to beach at some point, started playing doubles, and she's nasty with it. And she's 6'1", so that helps too. So she can play with the girls. She'll roast a lot of the girls, and she'll throw down with the dudes too, so don't sleep on her. But anyways, man, yeah, I found myself getting more into sports a little bit later in life. Started watching football. And yeah, I've been watching a lot of the World Cup. It's been cool. It's cool to see all these countries kind of come together. It's a unifying thing, right? It's kind of like the Olympics. And I think it lets everyone put all of their bullshit aside for a little while, which is beneficial. It's refreshing, right? A lot of people have probably seen these stories and accounts or posts on social media of all these people visiting from other countries. What is awesome, at least from what I've seen, is it seems overwhelmingly positive. And again, super refreshing because it's really easy to get caught up in the negative side of the algorithm, right? Everything sucks. The country's being overrun by fentanyl zombies, and there's mass ICE police everywhere fucking arresting everyone. Everything sucks. Protesters, blah, all this division. But then all these people are coming over and they're talking about how they're having a wonderful time in America. They're having a wonderful experience. Shit that just is blowing people's mind. I saw this post of this Japanese dude going to like a Texas barbecue joint for the first time. And he couldn't believe it. I'm like, holy shit. Same thing with Mexican restaurants. Like, they just give you chips? Like, wow, that's so trusting. We haven't even paid. They're just giving me chips and salsa. There's endless chips and salsa. This is insane. The Scotland boys, I heard, straight up drained Boston of their alcohol at one point. Wild. 9 months from now, there's going to be a whole bunch of half Scottish babies running around that place. That'll be cool. It'll be cool, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Mix up the gene pool. It's good for you. We've always done it. But it's been cool, man. That unity, it's been nice. I guess there's an opportunity that the U.S. might play Iran at some point. I've been keeping an eye on the brackets and the groups and whatnot, seeing who's going to play who. That'd be wild. I feel bad for the Iranian team a little bit. It's not their fault that all this bullshit's going on. And they have to be based out of Tijuana because of the current situation. They're not allowed to stay in the States. So they fly in the night before a match, do the match, and then no recovery, no ice baths, no go stretch it out, have a team meeting, straight back to the airport, get the fuck out, back to Tijuana. And I guess a bunch of their staff, there's a whole apparatus that goes into a professional sports team, right? Bunch of the staff didn't qualify for visas, so they're not allowed into the country at all. So they're in a little bit of a tough spot. And I feel for that because, again, the current situation, politics, bullshit, doesn't have anything to do with these soccer players. But here we are. It is what it is. I also heard that it's possible on or around the 4th of July, the U.S. could face off against the U.K. That'd also be dope. We better win if that happens. Be thoroughly disappointed if we don't. I'm wondering if the American team is actually going to be viable, though, because anybody that pays attention to soccer has always kind of said that the U.S. team is dog shit in relation to the top teams around the world. When you talk about Germany, Argentina, Brazil, France, countries like that, Spain. But it'd be sick. Last thing I saw, we were rated at number 8, and that's pretty good for the men's team. The women's team has won before, but, girl sports aren't real. It's all about the boys. So we'll see. Go Team USA, right? That'd be sick. But sports, man, sports is good for you. Something I tried to encourage my children to be involved in. And long story short, I had a little more control and influence with my younger son while he was growing up. So I made it a point to have him do something. It was always the deal. You got to do something, some type of sport. We can't just be sitting around bed rotting. It's just simply not allowed. So he picked wrestling. I think he had dabbled in BJJ a little bit prior to. I can't remember the exact timeline, which one came first, but same wheelhouse, right? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling. Rolling around sweaty dudes. Same, right? But I encouraged him to get involved, and he did. Then he wanted to back out. I'm like, I'm not into it anymore. But we weren't gonna take that. So forced him to stick with it. Man, probably one of the best parenting decisions I've ever made. No shit. He wrestled for 4 years. He's going to be a junior this year, and I think he is wanting to step away because he wants to, make that cheddar. Just got his first job and kind of opening up a little bit of a new world for him. So he wants to get a job, get a girlfriend, get a whip, go ride around with his homies, you do all those things. And I support that because I feel like the initial lesson and the initial purpose of encouraging him to be involved in sports was achieved. So yeah, 4 years wrestling, 4 years BJJ. And I told him, we were having this conversation the other day, my intention was never for you to be a world-class fighter. I mean, that's awesome if that's how it goes, right? More power to you. But that wasn't the point. The main overall point was learning discipline. Fitness, teamwork, cohesion, work ethic, all those sorts of things, they all go to it, but the main goal was discipline. And mission accomplished. That boy, super disciplined. He works out almost every day. He is super into skateboarding, and he's gotten nasty with it. I got him into snowboarding because I love to snowboard. He's gotten nasty with it. It's like once he's on board, once he decides that he wants to do something, damn, there's no stopping that dude. And I'm really proud of him. It's really cool to see. You should see this dude's gym photos. He shows me once in a while after he comes back from a workout, and he's like, check out the pump. Holy shit, bro. He is shredded. I don't know the exact percentage, but he's probably like 7% body fat. It's nuts, and he's strong. And you wouldn't think so if you just walked up to him on the street. You'd probably just think he's a little punk that you could push around. I mean, he's a smaller dude. He didn't get my height, unfortunately. He got his mom's height, and she's midget. Not actually, but 5 foot nothing, so, is what it is. So he's like 5'8", $120, wears baggy clothes. So when you walk by him, you just think he's a stick figure. Meh, this guy's a pushover. I bet a lot of people would underestimate him. And it'll probably work out to his advantage, because I will caution anyone out there not to underestimate him. Because not only is he strong as shit, but he is scrappy as fuck, dude. We were wrestling the other night. I was like, oh boy, this is a new ball game that we're in now. For his whole life, obviously, dad was a strong guy. He could whoop your ass. Those tables are turning a little bit. I would have to put in some really serious effort in a wrestling match to get the best of him. It's no joke, because he's got the strength, the speed, and the technique. He's got all his bases covered. So watch out. Do not piss this guy off, because he'll fucking suplex you and break your arm after that. And I'll just be laughing. Ha ha. Shouldn't have messed with him. Ha ha. But it's been cool to see. It's made me a proud papa. And again, with that discipline, that was just a baseline skill that I needed him to learn. But I'm seeing it translate to other aspects of life as well. The other day we were having a conversation out back, and he starts talking to me about business and investing, and he's got these ideas. So he recently got a job, right? He's money motivated. He's 17. He wants to make that cheddar, get the babes, do all the things. Hell yeah, bro. Go for it. Do it. But we're talking about business and money and work. And he was saying that already he's only been working for 3 or 4 months, but he's like, working kind of sucks. Getting a paycheck is cool, but working sucks. I was like, yeah, bro, that's life for most people. You do some shit that you don't really want to do. You need the coupons that you can exchange for food and shelter and the other things that you need. It's just the way our system works. And get used to it, because this is your life for fucking the next 30 years, right? Unless you can figure something else out. And that's what we were really kind of diving into. The power of investing, the power of business, and learning these systems and using them to your advantage. And we kind of came up with an analogy. Neither of us are really big video game nerds or whatever, but we are both into From Software games, which are the Souls games. And I might lose some people here because they're like, I never heard any of this shit. But anyways, there's this game called Elden Ring. Came out a few years ago. In my opinion, it's the best game of all time thus far, or that I've played. It's beautifully designed, and it's super, super hard. This is not a game that you just pick up and casually run around, Mario Kart or something. Anybody can play. Not at all. It's incredibly difficult at first. You have to learn how to play. You have to really learn how to play. You have to learn how to navigate the game. Each boss encounter, dungeon encounter resets you to a degree because you have to learn this new system, this new move set. How do I dodge this, parry that, attack at this time, etc. But anyways, again, it's hard as hell. But when you learn how to play it, it's incredibly rewarding because it's difficult. Because you have to actually put some effort into it and you have to use your brain. So I appreciate that kind of challenge. I don't like just mindless entertainment. I don't even really like watching TV that much just because it's mindless. Maybe I'm a little spazzy. Maybe I got a little ADD, but it's hard for me to focus on things that are boring. And I find most TV and most movies pretty boring. You're just sitting there like, blah. I don't like that. I'm like a husky. I need some stimulation. But the analogy was, it's difficult. So most people just avoid it. But if you learn how to play it, you can use it to your advantage and have this incredibly rewarding experience. And that's the way I look at investing, business, learning how to navigate the tax system, things of that nature. A lot of people don't even try it because it's difficult. But it's a game too. It's all a big game, and money is the score. And if you learn the system, you learn how these things work, you can use it to your advantage. You can use it to enhance your life, and you can have a rewarding experience. That was the whole point. That was the whole analogy. Is you just got to spend some time up front to figure out how to navigate the world. And then said world becomes your oyster. You can be the champion of that world. And it's really as simple as that. Especially these days when we have access to so much information. It boggles my mind when it feels like people don't leverage it. And it's hard for me to understand why. Just this morning, I was doing some investing research and looking into some strategy for a few positions that I have that are deep in the red, right? Not everything in my portfolio is a winner. So there's a few that are deep in the red, but I'm just using AI and double checking a few things, but using that as my initial baseline. And I set up my prompt something like, give each one of these stocks a score, 1 through 10. 1 being, this is a good opportunity, you should average this down. 5 being, hold, wait and see what happens. 10 being, get rid of this trash, it's going nowhere. And just something as simple as that, being able to collate all that information instantaneously in one spot in an easy to digest format is super powerful. And I'm not saying take everything that AI says as gospel, but it saves you a hell of a lot of time because you don't have to sit there and individually research one thing at a time, open up 17 articles. Grok just does it for you in real time. It's amazing. So with a tool like that, why not learn the system? Why not start an investment portfolio? Why not look into how to start a business? Why not look into how to navigate the tax code better and save yourself some money? Why not look into if there's any sort of grants or assistance available for your endeavor, depending on your situation? I mean, my kids probably got it golden on that front because not only are they children of a veteran, so they can leverage all kinds of stuff through that system, they're also half Native American and they're full tribal members. So a whole bunch of more stuff that they can probably access through those mechanisms. But the point is, learn the world, learn the system. That next boss that comes out, that could be anything, right? Figure out how they work and how to navigate it. When to dodge, when to tuck and roll, and when to strike. When you think of it like that, it simplifies things, at least for me. I like to gamify as much as possible. Again, just like I'm saying, that's how I approach investing in business. It's a game. And I should use everything available to me to get better at the game. Maybe even cheat a little when you can punch in that code. Remember Contra? What was it? Left down, AB, upright start? Some shit like that. I don't remember exactly. And that gave you infinity bullets, infinity lives. You can just blast through. Makes it too easy. But there's things that are available like that in real life that you can use to your advantage. So you should do that. Instead of just going through life bitching. That's the most annoying part. When someone's bitter or someone's negative and they just bitch. And you're like, well, you could change the situation. It's free will, baby. You could just do things like the internet says. So why not? You waking up every day, you're going to some stupid ass job you don't like. Okay. What's the plan then? You could just get drunk every day and complain, or you could make a plan. Again, tuck and roll, shift, pivot. But that's just the way I look at it. It works for me. Everyone's going to have their own system. Got to do something though. Got to keep it moving. But yeah, man. Sports, discipline, good place to start. If I could make one recommendation to any parents that might be listening, well, maybe it's 2 recommendations now. Get your kids in sports and do not allow them unfettered access to electronics. If you just do those 2 things, you will create a significantly better human than what they would turn into otherwise. And that should be the goal, right? So me and my wife are getting ready to do IVF to try to have another baby. You know, I had 2 kids young. She never had a child. So it's important for me to give her that experience. And I mean, I'm down to party. I'm down to have another baby. Why not? Fuck it, right? I'm just chilling anyways. Grow my family. I'm good with it. Let's do it. But I'm on a mission because I'm older and wiser, and I've been through it already once before. And this might sound ridiculous or pretentious or whatever. It might make me sound like a douchebag. I don't know. And of course, there's the chaos of the universe. There's things that are out of my control. I can't control genetics or brain chemistry or anything of that nature. But it's my personal goal. If everything goes well and we have this baby, my personal goal is to try and create the closest to perfect as I can version of a human being. That is my personal goal. Again, I know that might sound crazy or like a little douchey or something, but I don't think so. I mean, I think that's what all parents should strive for. It's probably something that's lacking significantly in our society. Maybe more people should think like that. What can I do to give this new life the best possible chance for success? What can I do to try to create the perfect person? Like I said, in my opinion, sports and a healthy relationship with electronics, it's a really good place to start. There's all kinds of other things that you can branch off to from there. Thinking about homeschool, or if we can pull it off, maybe private school or a Montessori or something like that. But since I've already been through it with 2 other children, I've learned a lot. And if I could go back, of course I wouldn't change my children, right? But if I could go back, there'd be things I would do significantly differently. But when you have 2 kids back to back in your early 20s and you're poor, you're just trying to keep your head above water, man. 2 working parents, 2 active duty parents, 2 babies, almost exactly a year apart. They're a year and 4 days apart. So damn near exactly Irish twins. At that point in time, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just trying to survive. Just trying to get some sleep. Trying not to be exhausted. And it's tougher when you're younger too, because I remember a lot of times kind of feeling like, oh man, I just would like a little time for myself, or all my friends are out having fun and I can't be out with them. And I remember feeling a little bummed out about that. I don't have that anymore. I'm happy to be at home with my family now and to focus on them. I mean, I still do my own thing, right? But having a baby, I'm good with it, dude. That's what my life will look like. Why not? Most of the times, there's so much wasted time anyways. It's like, that's only going to add to your life. It's not going to take anything away. People look at children and sometimes even marriage like it's like this death sentence. And I've completely rejected that type of thinking now at this point in my life. My family's everything. And it comes with another added benefit. I'm retired from the military now. And to be straight up with you, sometimes I struggle a little bit with purpose now at this point in my life. I had a great career. I did all the things and I'm still doing some of the things. But sometimes it just kind of feels like you're just going through the motions. My kids don't need a whole lot from me anymore. Again, they're about to be 17 and 18. And they're out doing their thing. Sometimes it's hard to even get everyone together because everyone's working and hanging out with friends and got their own schedules. So it's just we're all coming and going at different times right now, which is great. But my sense of meaning, my sense of purpose is sometimes a little more shaky now. It's not like all fucked up or horribly depressed or anything like that. But it is a little bit more difficult to think about, like, why am I doing what I'm doing for the day to day? But when you have small children, you don't have to ask that question. It's right in front of you. Your purpose is to take care of this child. That's the number one priority, right? Give that child the best chance they have to have a beautiful life. I look forward to that because I'm a person that needs something. I need something outside of myself. I don't really operate that well, just defining my own purpose or meaning or whatever. I kind of need something outside of myself. And that could be a deficiency. It could be something I need to work on. But I don't look at it as a negative thing necessarily. I think it's actually good. That I'm not super selfish, that I don't just think me all the time. I prefer to be serving others, to be serving a larger purpose, to serve the family, the community, the nation, whatever the situation is at the time. I feel better in that state. Left to my own devices, I don't really know what to do. Just kind of hang out. What should I do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Well, I don't know. Guess I could go fishing or go snowboarding or something. Go ride my mountain bike. And that's cool. But that's a few hours. And it doesn't really mean anything. It's just entertainment, activity, whatever. And it's good for you. It's nice. Get out in nature, move your body. I think that's great. It's part of having a full life. But it doesn't really provide meaning or purpose. I guess that's what it all comes down to. What does life mean to you? What is your purpose here? We should probably all ask ourselves that question. And probably frequently. Do a little self-check-in. Are you serving your highest purpose? Does your life have significant meaning? Are you serving others? Are you trying to make the world a better place, even if it's just in the smallest way? Hopefully. And if not, maybe ask yourself how you can. So, food for thought. But again, I'm not trying to sound preachy, give people advice. It's never really my agenda. I'm just talking shit, bro. Take it or leave it. But until next time, we'll get some more folks on here. I got to figure out a way to find new guests around town. Can't just be always talking to my homies on here. Or maybe I can. Fuck it. I guess I can do whatever I want, right? Free will. Woo! But until next time, take care of each other. Ask yourself what the fuck you're doing here on this world. And go watch the World Cup. Be a part of this amazing global event, even if it's not your thing. Pay a little attention. Watch a game. Talk to somebody about it. Roll up into a sports bar and talk to a rando. Be like, hey, how's such and such team doing? Strike up a conversation. Could be cool. Might make a new friend. Might learn something new. Might get interested in a new country or a new culture. You never know. It's a big old world out there. A lot going on. Turn off your TV and get the fuck out there and live it. All right, y'all. That's enough for me. Till next time. Bye. Thanks for listening, everyone. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the show out. See you next time.